So we just witnessed Meng, a Sanda fighter from China, defeat a high-level freestyle wrestler, Chihiro Sawada, from Japan in one championship in an MMA match.
And today we're going to look at 3 points that made her the perfect sample of a strategic fighter. So number 1, we're going to look at how an overlooked punch, such as the uppercut, can come extremely handy and with a especially predictable fighter that keeps switching levels.
Often you're going to want to throw like punches to kind of offset it. Sawada kind of did it, but mostly it was very telegraphic. She would just level change, even though it was very fast. So she would be here, and then she took a few uppercuts right there. And this is what you want to be thinking about with your boxing strategy. Right? So I'll level change. See that level change? Yeah. So have that ready. You can totally be throwing your jab. You can be throwing both, but still have that back one ready for when they level change to introduce them to your fist.
And then number 2, she was very strategic about finding the right opportunities for kicks or knees as well, right? So even when defending against a takedown?
Yeah, so for here, come over this way a little bit. So once they got in, right, then Meng was able to lift Sawada, and when she had enough space, boom, she could bring that knee right in. Right. Also, the other defense was sprawling. So basic sprawl,
Basic but strong.
yeah, exactly. So Sawada would come in, and then actually you're on it. Go for it. So you can come in, right? So when she grabbed the one leg, right? She was usually going for a single leg, and it was just your average sprawl, right? So these fundamental basic moves really work, so you gotta really drill them, right? So,
and they seemed like basics, but once it's strong, there was something she could do against it, right?
yeah, exactly.
Her third key to victory was always keeping a top-down approach and think like a wrestler. So in many occasions, she had, half a leg on, and what she did actually was just to go up.
Yep.
And then
She got Sawada back a couple different times. Like she actually, Sawada might have gotten to guard, but either way from here, Meng just kept raining down punches, right? Meng also passed the guard a few times.
And they were like this.
Yep, and rained down punches again, right? So this is a wrestling approach. You're quite at a
vulnerable position, yeah. She was completely open, like in terms of punches. And then she was considerably more exhausted than Meng was.
Yeah, so then in that way, in the third round, then Meng was able to really unleash her kicks more, and she even did like the Sanda side thrust kick because she had great takedown defense and great boxing. So she knew she negated Sawada's whole game. So.
And her opponent had become very predictable. So then, that also helped her to get more confident.
Yeah, exactly. So by the third round, Meng can do anything and it would land. So think about these things as a very Sanda way of thinking. So you got the top-down approach, you got good boxing. I think even in Sanda, some people forget about the uppercut, but don't forget about how to train it, because that's really a great defense for double legs or any level changes. Just have that ready. And then also you have to have good takedown defense, because in Sanda we have a lot of takedowns. So think about those 3 things. It works in Sanda and it also works in MMA, just the way Meng is showing. So many of other women, not just the Chinese women like Wei Li or Yan Xiaonan. We also have other women in UFC now who are Sanda champions that are just dominating because Sanda is that well-rounded. All right, so thank you for watching this one. We'll see you in the next video.